I am Verna Smith, and welcome to another edition of Issues in Focus. It is that time of the year again. We are talking December 2009, and yes, December 2008, we were talking national politics, and we're talking President-elect Barack Obama, and this year we're talking President Barack Obama. What a difference a year makes. Yes. At this time, Christmas time, last year, people were excited about our new president. Many still are. They were looking forward to and anticipating his inauguration, and hopes were high. But this year, 2009, the president has worked very hard. I will agree, he has worked very hard. But to date, right now, his base, progressives, are in revolt. So again, we are going to talk healthcare reform because as we speak at this moment, following procedures, there is a bill working its way through the Senate, and the Democratic senators are having and making high fives because they believe that they have a bill which they were able to get 60 votes, and it is on its way to be signed off on Christmas morning at about 8 a.m. if what I read is correct. But at the same time, this healthcare reform bill that is working through the Senate or making its way through the Senate has no public option, no Medicare buy-in for persons who we had heard that 55 and younger would have been able to do so. And from what everyone is saying, from the progressive base, the liberal base, those who got President Obama elected, they have squandered the time, the senators, to give the insurance company another coup, because whatever has been accomplished in this bill would benefit largely the insurance companies. At this time, I'm not sure if that is the case because I myself is trying to look through the bill, but I know that for sure there is no public option. There is no cap or regulation on what insurance companies may be able to charge after this bill provides them with an additional 30 million new customers. So again, I say healthcare reform is still under a cloud. Yes, a bill is working through the Senate. Harry Reid is proud of his accomplishments and the strategy used to get those 60 votes. Of course, Republicans did what we have come to expect. No, no, no. If they didn't get Olympia Snowe or Collins or anyone to go along with this historic bill. But my concern is for President Obama because his base is not as excited as they used to be. The surveys show it, both scientific and unscientific, that he needs to get to them. He needs to say to them what has changed since a year ago, that he has to change his policy or change his approach in terms of what his base expected. And as I said, right now, it is Christmas time. We knew that joblessness is high. The last reports, it was a 10%, 20 and 18% in communities of color and in rural and urban America. But people are prepared because, of course, we have no options to wait on the economy. But on healthcare reform, people are saying, if this is it, what do we really have to celebrate? I say, I understand that the president is a very savvy politician. He understands, and I think he has his ear close to the base. So what is this all about? So for some reason or the other, I am not yet ready to throw in the towel on President Obama as I speak healthcare reform, because I'm sure something must happen in the House. House Democrats are saying if the bill has no public option, they will vote against it. Bernie Sanders, who was our savior in the Senate, had to go along with what was offered up because he felt that something had to be done, and this is a place to start. Liberal Senator Tom Harkin said, we are not building a mansion, we are just building a house, and from there we can add, pieces onto it. I don't know exactly what is the strategy. All I can say to President Obama is that your base is in revolt. You need to say to them something, show them something that next year, early, something new and better will come when we talk healthcare reform, because at this time, not only are you dipping in the polls, which I know you can't rule by polls, but it does matter about what and how your base thinks. At the same time, I must throw this piece in that, Congressman Walters from California also went after the president as we talk joblessness, because as I said, in communities of color, Black and Hispanic communities, joblessness, unemployment is running absolutely very high. And there seems to be no solutions at the present moment. There are several things shown out from the last job summit we heard and talked so much about, but in terms of resources, Senator Congressman Waters is saying you need to pay some attention to us. The president is saying when I give attention to the entire American problem in terms of the economy, the minority community will, like others, be addressed. But she's saying, hey, you've given a lot of attention to other similar interest groups. We want to be taken into consideration because, after all, the Black community gave 90 or more % of their votes to the president and to the Democratic Party. Symbolism is great, but it doesn't take care of the problem. So we are talking healthcare reform. We are talking the economy and unemployment, that the problems still persist. People are talking about a second job stimulus. I don't know what it will be, but I know something must be done because this is a Christmas when, yes, many of us are celebrating because, of course, we believe in the American dream. We look for hope for tomorrow. And our hopes that last year this time was on our new president, President Obama. And while we are not as happy because we have fewer dollars to spend, some of us have no dollars to spend. We are still hoping that the president will get the message that surely work with other people, but you have to do something that excites and continue to energize your base to believe that the president they voted in office still has his ears tuned into what is concerning them. So we're talking again, healthcare. The economy continues to be number one on my list because without money in our pockets, there's nothing. We're talking again, Afghanistan. Nothing has changed. The president continues to feel that that's where we have to draw a line in the sand, and he's doing that. I support him on that because I don't feel that, let's face it, we didn't go into attack Afghanistan. The terrorists came from that part of the world and attacked our World Trade Centers, and we had to respond somehow. That we will get into that for longer than is necessary, I hope not. But at this particular time, as I said, the three remaining topics of interest to most of us is the war, which is going to bleed our domestic agenda in terms of available resources, the economy, which 10% of us, 20% in other communities are out of work, and that must be addressed immediately, and of course, healthcare reform. Will we have a bill that suits progressives or fits the liberals in terms of what they're expecting? People are saying progressives have no understanding of how Washington works. They get very excited. Most of them are ready to throw the president under the bus because they say he has thrown them under the bus. As I said, it's the end of the year. President Obama, a year after, what grade do I give him? I'll give him a B. I think he has tried. We have the first Hispanic Supreme Court Justice. We have the first Black Attorney General. We have the prisoners getting out of Gitmo. So he has done some important things. But in terms of where the real needs are, Mr. President, we still are falling short. And of course, the people have hopes that you will get around to really addressing them publicly, aggressively, so that we can have a sense that if you're preparing a road for us to walk, and those of us who will use the road will have a sense of where we are going. So again, this is Verna Smith. This has been Issues in Focus. I also want to use this opportunity to say season's greetings. Happy Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas. And of course to say we hope that 2010 will turn out to be the year that we're all hopeful that things will work out the way we anticipate, and that our president will get the country moving in the direction we want to see it moving. Join me. Leave a comment on this video. We'd love to hear your points of view on the economy, on Afghanistan, of course, joblessness. Where do we go? Are you still hopeful? What is your grade for President Obama? As I said, I give him a B. I think he's really trying very hard. The Republicans have not done anything, so, I don't have a grade for them at all, unless I'm going to say a D. And it's D because of no effort at all from my perspective. But again, join me also on my blog, zipinpolitics.com, zipinpolitics.com. Leave a comment. Let me hear what you think. And of course, all the best for the new year.